Hello and welcome, dear viewers. Today I will show you how to write and understand Old Medieval English. Today's modern English, just put it in the comments. I'll give you 10 seconds to guess which type of ancient language, uh, which type of ancient language influenced modern English right now. You got 10 seconds. But before we start with the lesson, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell right next to it so that you would be so that you will get a bit more information and some content. Did you get the answer? If you answered Old Norse, Viking, then you got it correct. You see, Old Norse is the language of Scandinavian countries or Vikings. That's right. Vikings were the ones which started the first language. According to Google, modern English has been influenced by Old Norse, the language Vikings who left a number of words that reflected their lifestyle and the way of life. Most of the alphabets in the English language are Norse. Typically, present tense. For present tense, NG usually consists of a diagonally shaped cube like this. This translates to NG. If you want to make a sentence for Nordic for a present tense example, going, then G, this is G in Nordic, X, O, go, ing, so it's GOI and G. It's so that it will shorten it a little bit for present tense and grammar purposes. So this one is going. Now that you may get the clue, let's see. Now you might be wondering, which words are Nordic? Which words of Old Norse? Which ones of Old Norse is similar to English? Well, the first thing you got is you got B. B in Nordic is written as this. C is usually C and K. C is written as this. Well, you might be consulting Google. They will sometimes show C and K examples. K equals C, C equals also this. No, that's wrong. C has a completely different. It is similar to. It is K is similar, but you should not mistake the letter K with F. If you read Nordic, K is written in Nordic as this. It's written as this. But at the same time, F in Nordic, which is inspired by the modern writing of F, F is written like this. Other letters that has been inspired by Nordic is the letter C. C is written as this. You might recognize the letter, but there are more Nordic type of English words. Example, the letter M. M in Old Norse is written as this. Next, you got the letter R. This is R in Nordic. It's just straight lines, not curved lines, unlike modern English. Next type of Nordic alphabet you have that is similar to English is if I were to make a guess, let me think for a minute. S. Although S might, if you consult Google, S might look like this. Yes, Google would usually show like this. Actually, the proper way to write S is not this. No, you write it similar. You actually write S similar to an X. Do not mistake S for X because they have extra type of lines. Example, let me erase this for a few seconds. X and S. They have similar writings, but they're both completely different. S is written as this. Well, slightly the same. X. X is like S, but notice the two add-ons. This is X in Old Norse. This is S. So today, now, since you already know the basics on how did it influence modern English, let's take a dive into different types of alphabets in Old Norse. So first you got the common letter A. A is written as this. It is F, but as you can notice, these two lines are going down diagonally. So we'll label this as A. Next, B. As already aforementioned, B in Nordic is written like this. So we can label it as B. Next thing, you have C. C is still the same, which inspired the modern English. So we'll write C. D. D is a different. You might be thinking, oh, so you might be thinking it's in a pattern. No, it's not. It depends on a letter. They have to make it up. D should not be confused with M, because you can confuse M and write D instead. Normally, people will write D like this at the first, but in order to write D, you need to write it like this. So you put two arrows. But for M, you should not confuse M with D, because M has this tall legs that looks like the pi, 3.14 in mathematics. But the thing is, in order to distinguish M and D, is these two legs. It will look like an M. So when you want to write the sentence which contains the letter D or M, you need to correctly write it. Otherwise, there's gonna be a bit of problems with anyone who reads Old Norse of reading it. Next, we got D. So we'll write D here. We'll label it as D. E. E is pretty interesting, actually, not gonna lie. E looks like M. I'll show you. E, M. M in English is E. So if I were to say, example, my first name, Sean. So it would be spelled like this. S-E-A-N. That's in Old Norse. Usually it is spelled like this. So M is S. And the fun fact about Old Norse is each letter is inspired like some sort of god. Example, O is Odin. I think L is Loki, and yeah, these are all Nordic god derived names for the letters. So that's how they came up with it. Next, E, F. F is already aforementioned, so we'll write it like this. We'll note it like this as F. So it will be F. G. G is rather interesting because unlike regular letters, G looks like an X. That's G. H. H is similar to your average H, but it also looks like an N, but a bit drawn strangely. I will show you. H looks like this. It is similar to a capital N, but for some reason I don't know how it is. So this is hotel. H. I feel like I'm teaching kindergarten again. I. I is a capital one. It looks like the capital in modern English. See? I. This is literally I. If you check Google, you should not, because usually Google will show, okay, so this is this one. This is I/J. No. It's solely and solemnly J. Because if they were to use the same thing, they will misinterpret it. Like they will read it and they will basically it will be something else. It will say something else if they misinterpret it. And L is completely different from what Google Images can show you from Norse translation is. It will just show this, which is equivalent to L. So don't confuse this one. So this is I. Next we got J. J is actually pretty different compared to the rest. It's like this. It looks like a double, which is J. Then afterwards, after reading the simple alphabets, we can get to the regular writing, and then the video can be finished. And then tomorrow, I will teach you how to write different words, and then I will see if you can try. You might be thinking this might be useless. You can actually use this to chat with your friends in paper, make sure no one knows what the hell are you even writing or passing notes between friends groups in school, so that, and then you can teach your friends this so that no one can understand about what the hell are you trying to say. So let's continue. K is already aforementioned. It is very different compared to C. What you can gather is K basically looks like an F, but with one leg feature missing from F. L is written like this. It is similar to A, but unlike A, it has only one stroke going down, as you can see here. This is L right here. This is L. M. Now I already showed you M at the start, so M looks like this. If you want to write the proper M, you need to at least do it mostly focus on a horizontal length, and do not like overstretch it like this. It will look like D already. For D, you can just stretch it out like that, and then you already got yourself a D. But you just need to write it correctly, then they would understand. So I will name this M. N is, unlike M, doesn't look like its average modern counterpart. It doesn't. N in Nordic looks like this. N. In Old Norse, there is no capitalization because grammar wasn't invented yet. They just use like standard English, because I'm not sure about the evolution of language. O is written like this. Not to be confused with the scriptures you find in ᚨᚒᚲ᚞ᚖᚑ, or ᚨᚒᚲ᚞ᚖᚑ is a similar language to Nordic, but it is an ancient occultist language which utilizes some of its letters can be shared. But this is not to be confused with some, let's see, I will not mention it, but it's something more evil than the occultist writing. Occultist writing is ᚨᚒᚲ᚞. You can search it up. What is ᚨᚒᚲ᚞? It's an ancient occultist paganist language that wasn't, I think it's extinct, yeah. So this is O. P is very easy to forget. So if you want to write P, it is based on memory. To me, the hardest part of writing the Nordic alphabets was memorizing P, Q, W. To me, those were the hardest ones to memorize. I'll show you what's P. P looks like this. P is this. Actually, I wrote it wrong. Shit. P looks like this. This is P. It may look like the Omicron. Oh, no. It looks like the Omega, but no. It is P. This just the letter P. I will just go through this quickly because I will just explain it. Q is a bit different. Q is facing here. Meanwhile for W's head here faces the other way. R is the same. S is already aforementioned, so we can write it like this. T is also a very is a word which is inspired the modern T. The god related to this is Tyr, the master god of, I think, war. Yeah, god of war. Not to be confused with the game. U is somewhat different. It looks like N. U is written like this. But it has a big difference compared to the letter Y. For letter Y, I will show you later. T-U. V is like F, but there is two dots straight up on top. Like it's F, and then you got these two dots sitting on top of it. T-U-V. This is V. The letter V is written like this. Okay? W is next. For W, it's located like this. It's now like a basic flag by now. So this is W right here next to V. X is written differently. I will show you. It looks like S, but with the stripes. But then last we have Y and Z. Y is written like this. This is Y, and actually it's not written correctly. It's supposed to be like slanted down and then down like that. This is Y. Not to be mistaken by U. U is having no dot. U has no dot in the middle. Y has a dot in the middle. And Z. Finally, Z looks like a Y. You just do this. You just make a modern Y and then put. So this is finally Z. Now you got the basics of Nordic. You can skip throughout if you don't want if you don't want explanation and then you just wanted to instantly know. But this is just for a reference. Now, since you know the letters and you can translate it, next time I will show you how to write and understand it, and you can leave it in the comments below. And what have you transcribed it, and then I will reply to you which one you got correct and which one you got wrong. And I will label it as 1, 2, 3 so that you can be able to learn Nordic and then communicate with your friends in a cryptic way, so that you can basically no one else but you and your friend group can understand and will not be intercepted by anyone, and you can just tell them something else. So it is a good communication purpose. Basically it's a good communication purpose between you, your friends, so that no one else can understand what on earth are you writing in your papers. So today, now I will just teach you simple sentences and connections so that you can get the hang of it. Example: I were to write queen, Q, U, E, and N. Now this is how you write queen. If I were to say example, let's see, Joe Fernandez Bernard. So Joe, so I'll write J, O, E. Next you got Fernandez. Then afterwards, so you'll write F, E, N, A, N, D, E, Z. So we written Joe Fernandez Bernard. So B is written as this: E, R, N, A, R, D. Sorry about that one. Got the concept? Let's try out some more sentences, shall we? So that you can easily remember how to write in Old Norse. Let's begin. So next, the active cat jumped over the head of the lazy fox. The lazy cat, basically. The lazy cat. Oh no. The hyper cat jumped over the head of the lazy dog. So the fat cat is jumping over the head of the lazy fox, because you can add the ng, which you can make it a present tense. There's no futuristic tense, and there's no exact thing for futuristic tense or past tense. It's just all they have is present tense. So you need to example add. I will just show you grammar next time, but because now we don't have time to cover the rest because it will be in another type of show. So the T H A E hyper H Y P E R cat jumped. No, the hypercat is jumping on top, on the top of the head, on top of the lazy fox's head. Yeah. So cat is going to jump. So is like this, going. So we will write your average O like this. I and go in G. G going. Sorry, I forgot myself about the what you call this grammar. It's like a diamond shape. So going to jump over the lazy fox. Let's review. So the hyper cat is going to jump. Jump. Over. Over. The Thme. Lazy. Lazy. Fox. Fox. So, I hope you enjoyed this short Nordic lesson. Make sure to leave a like so that I can teach you guys more writings of Nordic, and then you can possibly, probably write your own Nordic sentence. Anyways, guys, that will all for me today's lesson. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next how-to video. Bye, guys!